Alright guys, in this module we'll start learning trigonometry. Now this is the single most important chapter for all students who are planning to take science next year. Your trigonometry has to be very good, otherwise you'll be in big trouble in 11th and 12th. So make sure that you study this chapter properly. It's a very big and very important chapter, and it's not just about 11th and 12th. Later on, if you're planning to give exams like JEE and planning to do engineering, trigonometry is the foundation. So make sure that you understand this chapter properly. It's a very easy chapter. We are putting a lot of modules in this chapter, so you get enough amount of practice. So understanding trigonometry. So what is trigonometry? Tri means three sides. So basically it's a study of triangles, and in your case it is a study of right angle triangle. So trigonometry is nothing but a study of right angle triangle where one angle is 90 degree, right? Now if you know what is the angle for the other sides, if you know one of the angles, for a particular angle the ratio of all sides will be the ratio will be fixed for all sides. For example, if I take this as theta, this angle let it be theta. So the first trigonometric ratio is sine theta. So sine theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. So it gives you the ratio of opposite side by hypotenuse. Similarly, cos theta, what it does? It gives you the ratio of adjacent side by hypotenuse. So what is the ratio of this side to this side? Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Now guys, some people might have taught you in a way that where you're talking about vertical and base and all that. Don't bother about anything, because if you remember sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, you will not need to change the triangle, whether if this is theta or if this is theta. In case this is theta, which is the opposite side? This side. So it will be opposite by hypotenuse, sin theta. Same way cos theta, which is the adjacent side? This side. Which is next to it? This side. So this side by hypotenuse will be cos theta. So just if you remember, sin theta, cos theta and tan theta will be the ratio of opposite by adjacent. So if you just remember it this way, you won't have to move your triangle to see which are the ratios or which side's ratio you have to take. Just remember, sin theta is opposite side, opposite to the angle by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side. So which side is the angle touching? That is the adjacent side by hypotenuse. And tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. So this is very easy to remember. Generally I remember it like this: O, A and OA. Very easy to remember. Now coming to reciprocals. What is reciprocal of sin theta? Sin theta reciprocal is called cosec theta or cosecant theta. Generally many people confuse cosec theta to be the reciprocal of cos theta. No, cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin theta. Remember that. So what will it be? Hypotenuse by opposite. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Cosecant theta will be hypotenuse by opposite. Same way, reciprocal of cos theta is sec or secant theta equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. Exact reciprocal of this. And reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta, which will be adjacent by opposite. So if you just remember this, you can easily find. You don't have to remember this. All you have to do in trigonometry is remember the three main trigonometric ratios. The other ratios are just reciprocals of the original ratios. All you need to do is remember which is the reciprocal of which. So remember, for reciprocal, when it starts with cosec, it is not the reciprocal of cos, it is reciprocal of sin theta. So guys, I hope you have understood what it is. And the next thing you need to remember is, when you say sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, for example, if I tell you sin theta equal to 3 by 4, what does this mean? The ratio of opposite side by hypotenuse is 3:4. Remember, if you write like this, sin theta, if we are taking theta like here, so this will be 3, opposite side by hypotenuse. The side is not 3, the ratio of the sides are 3. The side can be 3 and 4, but it doesn't have to be 3 and 4. It can be any multiple of 3 and 4. For example, when I tell you sin theta is 3 by 4, the sides can be 3 by 4, or if I multiply both by 6, it can be 6 and 8. I can multiply again 3 with 3. It can be 9 and 12, anything. The ratio of these sides will be 3 by 4. So remember, whenever they tell you sin theta equal to 3 by 4, you will not write it as 3 and 4. You will write it as 3x and 4x, because they can be the multiple of any number, any value of x. Understood? So sin theta is only giving you the ratio of the sides. It is not telling you the actual length of the sides unless they tell you the length of the sides. So when I say sin theta is 3 by 4 or cos theta is 1 by 2, something like that, remember the ratio of the sides is 3:4 or 1:2. Alright guys, I told you we can remember sine, cos and tan by using this O, A and OA, which means opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse and opposite by adjacent. Similarly, how will you remember the reciprocal? Reciprocal of sine theta, cosec theta will be ho, secant theta, which is reciprocal of cos theta, will be ha, and cot theta, which is reciprocal of tan theta, will be ao. So it depends how you want to remember it. It's very simple. Preferably remember it as opposite, hypotenuse and adjacent in terms of opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. Now I'll solve a few we'll be solving exercise 8.1 from your insert textbook. Alright guys, the first question in your insert textbook, exercise 8.1. What they have given is ABC is a right angle triangle, right angled at B, and they have given you length of AB and they have given you length of BC, and they have asked you to find sin A, cos A, and sin C and cos C. Now before we find anything, we should know all three sides. So we know these two sides. How will you find AC? Using Pythagoras theorem. So what do we have? AC square equal to hypotenuse square equal to AB square plus BC square. So AB square is 24 square plus BC square is 7 square. Now 24 square is 24 into 24, 4 4s are 16, 8 9, 8 4. So 6, 8 plus 9, 17 and 576. So we have 576 plus 49, that equal to 9 plus 6, 15, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 7, 12 and 6. So we get AC square is equal to 625, which means AC equal to root of 625, which is equal to 25 centimeter. So you will be using a lot of Pythagoras theorem in this chapter. So we get this as 25 centimeter. So now we have all three sides. Now the first thing they have asked us, what have they asked us to find? Sin A and cos A. Now sin A is what? Opposite by hypotenuse, right? O. So what is where is A? A is here. So this is angle A, which is the opposite side, 7 centimeters, 7, and which is the hypotenuse, 25. So what is the ratio? What is the sin A ratio? 7 by 25. Can you simplify it further? No. So the final answer is 7 by 25. Now next thing they have asked us is cos A, that is adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So cos A is A by H, which is the adjacent side to angle A, 24. It's touching this side. So A will be 24 and hypotenuse will be 25. So what is the ratio of cos A? What is the ratio for cos A? 24 by 25 for this particular triangle. Now the second question they have asked us is to find sin C and cos C. So sin C, again sin is opposite by hypotenuse. Which angle is C? This angle is C. So which is the opposite side? 24. And which is hypotenuse? 25. So ratio of sin C is 24 by 25, and they have asked us cos C, which is A by H, that is adjacent by hypotenuse. Which is the adjacent side to this? It's touching this side, which means this is the adjacent side. 7 by hypotenuse, that is 7 by 25. So the ratio of cos C is 7 by 25, or the value of cos C is 7 by 25. Alright, the second question in your exercise 8.1 from trigonometry, they have given you this figure and they have asked you to find tan P minus cot R. Now before we find tan P and cot R, we have two sides, which means we need to find the third side. Again we are going to use Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? PR square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to square of the sides, sum of square of the sides, that is PQ square plus QR square. Now we know PR square, that is 13 square, equal to PQ square, that is 12 square, plus QR square. Which means QR square will be equal to what? If to find this I have to transpose 12 square this side, it will become 13 square minus 12 square, that is equal to 169 minus 144, that is equal to 25. So QR square is 25. What will be QR? When square is transposed, it becomes square root. So that is equal to 5 centimeter. So we got this side as 5 centimeter. Now guys, we have found all three sides. Now we have to find value of tan P minus cot R. Now what is tan P? What is tan OA? Opposite by hypotenuse. So tan P, the angle is P, which is the opposite side? 5. So tan P minus cot R, which means this is equal to opposite side by adjacent. So 5 by 12 minus cot R. Now which is the angle we have to take? R. What is cot? Reciprocal of tan. So OA becomes AO, right? Adjacent by opposite. Which is the adjacent side? 5, and opposite side to this is 12. So we get 5 by 12 minus 5 by 12, which is 0. Alright guys, now the third question, they have told if sin A is equal to 3 by 4, find cos A and tan A. Now we know sin A, and first thing we need to do is draw a right angle triangle. So if sin A is equal to 3 by 4, it means A is not the right angle. We can mark the other two angles as B and C. Now what have they said? Sin A is 3 by 4. What does it mean? The ratio of opposite side by hypotenuse. Oh, we have to use O, right? So ratio of opposite side by hypotenuse is 3 by 4. Which is A? So opposite side is 3, hypotenuse is 4. But is it 3 and 4? No, the ratio is 3:4. So we have to write 3x and 4x. It could be 3 and 4, but since they have not told us the distance, the ratio will be 3x:4x, because the sides can be any same multiple of 3 and 4. In the sense, we can multiply both by 2, we can multiply both by 3. Any one of them can be the length. Understood? So the ratio is 3x:4x. Now we just have to find the ratio, the AB part, right? In what part is AB? So again, using Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to sum of side square. So BC square plus AB square. Now this we get 16x square equal to 9x square plus AB square. So what will be AB square? It will be equal to 16x square minus 9x square, which is nothing but 16 minus 9 is 7x square, right? 16 minus 9 is 7. So AB is what? AB is root of 7x square. So root 7x. Root of 7x square will get root 7x. So what is this side? Root 7x. Now we have all three sides. Now we can find cos A and tan A. So what will be cos A? Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So adjacent by hypotenuse, which is equal to, which is adjacent to angle A, it's touching this side. So root 7x by hypotenuse, that is 4x. X and x cancels. So what is the ratio? Root 7 by 4, right? Next is they have asked us to find tan A. What is tan A? OA, or opposite by adjacent. So opposite by adjacent, which is the opposite side to A? 3x. And which is the adjacent side? Root 7x. So x and x cancels. We get 3 by root 7. But is this your final answer? No. Denominator should never be irrational. So we have to rationalize. So we multiply by root 7 up and down. So what do we get? 3 root 7 by 7. So tan A value is 3 root 7 by 7. Now the fourth question, they have said 15 cot A equal to 8, and you have to find sin A and sec. Now guys, we do not know what is cot A equal to. So what do we have to do? We have to keep cot A on one side, rest on the other. So if I transpose this 15, what happens? Cot A is equal to 8 by 15. That is what we get. And by doing this, we get the ratio of cot A. The ratio is 8:4. 15. Now we'll draw a right angle triangle. We'll mark this as A, this we can mark as B and C. Now what have they said? Cot A is 8 by 15. Cot is what? Opposite of reciprocal of tan, that is AO, or adjacent by opposite. So which is the adjacent side? This. So adjacent by opposite. So adjacent by opposite. And we have to write it as 8x and 15x because the actual sides are not 8 and 15. The ratio is 8:15. Now using Pythagoras theorem, again we can find hypotenuse, right? So what do we have? 8x square plus 15x square equal to AC square. So 64x square plus 225x square equal to AC square. So 64x square plus 225x square will get 289x square equal to AC square. So what is AC? Root of 289x square. So the answer is 17x. So what is the hypotenuse? 17x. So now we have all three sides ratios. Now we can find sin A and secant A. What is sin A? Opposite by adjacent, hypotenuse, sorry, O. So opposite by hypotenuse, which is A is here, opposite side is this, that is 15x by 17x, right? So we get x and x cancels, 15 by 17. This is the ratio of sine of A. And secant A. Now secant A is reciprocal of cos A, not sin A, remember. So cos A is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So secant A will be hypotenuse by adjacent or ha, right? So we have A is this angle, hypotenuse is 17x and adjacent side is this. So it is 8x, x cancels. So the ratio is 17 by 8. Alright guys, now the next question, fifth question, they have told us secant theta or sec theta is 13 by 12 and they have asked us to find all other trigonometric ratios. Now how many trigonometric ratios are there? There are 6, sin, cos, tan and their reciprocals, that is cosec, sec and cot, out of which they have given us sec, we have to find the remaining 5. Now again they have given us the ratio of secant theta, so I will draw a right angle triangle and I will let this angle be theta for instance. Secant is reciprocal of cos, cos is a, so secant is ha or hypotenuse by adjacent, right? So this will be 13x, this will be 12x, h by a, right? Now similar we can find this using Pythagoras theorem. So what will it be? 13x square equal to 12x square plus let's say this is some side, we'll mark it as AB and C. So it will be AB square. So AB square will be equal to 13x square minus 12x square, that is 169x square minus 144x square. When I transpose this side it becomes minus. So AB square will be equal to 25, correct, right? X square. So AB equal to root of 25x square, that is 5x. So here we'll get 5x. Now we know all three sides, we can find all trigonometric ratios. First is sin theta. Sin theta opposite by hypotenuse. So 5x by 13x. So 5 by 13 is the answer. Same way cos theta, adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is this and hypotenuse is 13x. So answer is 12 by 13. Cos theta, tan theta. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent, OR, right? Opposite by adjacent, which is nothing but opposite side is this to theta, 5x by 12x. So x and x cancels, the ratio is 5 by 12. Next, reciprocal of sin theta, cosec theta or cosecant theta will be exactly reciprocal of this. So we can directly write 13 by 5. Since sin is 5 by 13, cosec will become 13 by 5. Secant theta has been given. What is reciprocal of cot theta? Tan theta, it is cot theta. So cot theta will be reciprocal of tan theta. Tan theta is 5 by 12. So this will be 12 by 5. You don't even have to bother looking at the figure. If you know tan, you can directly write cot. If you know sin, you can directly write cosec. Alright. Alright guys, now the fifth problem in your insert, they have said cos A equal to cos B and they have asked you to show that angle A equal to angle B. This is a very tricky problem. Please remember this problem. how to solve it. You'll have to use similarity for solving this problem. Now they have said cos A equal to cos B, which means A and B are different angles in different triangles. So let's say I take this right angle triangle as this as A, this as B. Now let's say I take it as M and N and P and Q. Now what do we have? Cos A. Cos A is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So we get AM by AN equal to cos B. Cos B is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So BP by BQ. Right? From this we get AM by AN equal to BP by BQ. Now I'll transpose AN that side and BP this side. So what do I get? AM by BP equal to AN by BQ. I took this over here and this over here. Division becomes multiplication, multiplication becomes division. Now if you observe AM by BP equal to AN by BQ. So we have ratios of two corresponding sides are equal. Now to prove similarity, all we need to prove is that the ratio of the third corresponding sides are also equal. So now what I'll do is I'll let this be equal to K. Let the ratio be equal to some value K. Now which is the third side? Mn. So what is Mn? Mn square will be An square minus Am square. Similarly PQ, the third side. PQ square will be equal to BQ square minus BP square. If Mn square is this, what will be Mn? Root of the whole thing. Again PQ square is this, what will be PQ? Root of whole thing. Now Mn by PQ, what will it be equal to? Root of An square minus Am square by root of BQ square minus BP square. So we got the third side, this by this equal to this by this. Now I'll substitute for the first thing. I'll substitute in different terms. We have An by BQ equal to K, which means An is equal to what? K into BQ. When I transpose this BQ this side, it becomes multiplication. It becomes K BQ. So An is K into BQ. So An square will be K square into BQ square. So what happens? Mn by PQ. Here this by this equal to. Now instead of An square, I'll write it as K square into BQ square. Minus, similarly Am by BP is equal to K. If I transpose BP on this side, Am becomes K into BP. So Am square becomes K square into BP square. So K square into BP square. This whole thing divided by root of BQ square minus BP square. So what do we get? Now K square is common. So it will become K square into BQ square minus BP square by root of BQ square minus BP square. Now this is of the form A into B, this thing into whole thing. So I can split it, right? I can write it as root of K square into root of BQ square minus BP square by root of BQ square minus BP square. Now root of K square is K, right? Root of K square will be K, and this are same, so I can cancel. Ones are. So what do I get? Mn by PQ equal to K, which means AM by BP is also equal to K, An by BQ is also equal to K, and Mn by PQ is also equal to K, which means Mn by PQ is equal to Am by BP equal to An by BQ. So all these three things are equal to K, which means the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. Therefore, triangle AMN similar to triangle BPQ. Therefore, angle A equal to angle B. What is the reason? CPST, corresponding parts of similar triangles. So angle A will be equal to angle B. A very important problem. You can watch this video again and again. I hope you have understood what I have done. Alright guys, now the seventh question. They have given cot theta equal to 7 by 8 and they have asked us to evaluate 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta and 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now before we can start that, we know two ratios, but we also need to find the third side, right? So I'll take a right angle triangle and I'll mark this as theta. Now cot is reciprocal of tan, that is AO. Reciprocal is adjacent by opposite. So adjacent is 7x, opposite is 8x. So what will this be? 8x square plus 7x square. 8x square is 64x square plus 7x square, that is 49x square, right? So 64 plus 49, 9 plus 4, 3, 1, 5 plus 6, 113, right? So 9 plus 4 is 13, correct, 3, 1, 113x square, which means this side will be root of 113x. So we got this as 113x root. Now to calculate the first one, if you see here it is 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta. It's of the form a plus b into a minus b. So what is a plus b into a minus b? A square minus b square. So I'll write it as 1 square minus sin square theta. Guys, sin theta whole square is written as sin square theta. Sin square theta means sin theta into sin theta. Alright. By 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Again it is of the form a plus b into a minus b, right? A plus b into a minus b. So a square minus b square. So I'll write it as a square minus b square, that is cos square theta. Again remember, cos theta whole square is written as cos square theta. Cos square theta means cos theta whole square. Now 1 square is 1 and so we get 1 minus sin square theta by 1 minus cos square theta. So now this becomes 1 minus, what is sin theta? Sin is opposite by hypotenuse. So I'll get 8 by root 113. It is not sin theta, it is sin square theta, which means sin theta whole square by 1 minus cos square theta. Cos theta is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So 7x, here it is 8x, sorry, 7x by root 113x whole square. Why? Because cos square means cos whole square. So now we get 1 minus 8x square. Okay, x and x cancels, 8 square is 64 by 113 by 1 minus 7 by 49 by 113. Now if I take LCM by 1 into 113 into 113, which means up also you have to multiply by 113. So what do we get? 113 minus 64 by 113 whole divided by 113 minus 49 by 113. Now this and this will cancel, both are denominators, right? So this will come down and this will go up and become into, so those two will cancel. So now we have 113 minus 64. So 113 minus 64 will be 49. 13 minus 4, 9, correct. 10 minus 6. So we'll get this equal to 49 by 113 minus 49 will be 64. Now is there any chance of simplifying this further? Can you divide both by the same numbers? No. So the answer is 49 by 64. So we evaluated this as 49 by 64. Now the second thing, there was cot square theta, which is nothing but cot theta whole square. What is cot theta? Reciprocal of tan. Tan is adjacent, opposite by adjacent. So cot is adjacent by opposite, right? So this will become adjacent by opposite whole square, right? Because they have asked us to find cot square. Now which is adjacent? 7x by opposite is 8x whole square. So x and x cancels, we get 7 by 8 whole square, which is 49 by 64. So cot square theta is also 49 by 64. Alright guys, now the 8th question, they have said 3 cot A equal to 4 and they have asked us to check if this is equal to this. That is 1 minus tan square by 1 plus tan square equal to cos square minus sin square. That is what we have to check. But to find tan square, cos square, sin square, we need to know all three ratios. Now they have given us 3 cot A equal to 4, which means we have to keep cot A on one side and transpose everything on the other. So 3 will come, here it's multiplication, here it becomes division, which means we know cot A equal to 4 by 3, which means we can find the third side. Now let's say this is A, B and C. What is cot A? 4 by 3. What is cot? Adjacent by opposite. Right? Adjacent by opposite. So adjacent is 4x and opposite is 3x. Adjacent by opposite. Right? Now we got this using Pythagoras theorem. We can find this. Since we have practiced so many problems, we know that once you solve, this will become 5x. Alright. So we got all three sides. this square plus this square equal to this square. When you do this square plus this square, you'll get something, then root of that will be equal to AC. So that's how we get 5x. I hope I don't have to show you how to get that side now. Alright, now that we got this, now we'll find 1 minus tan square by 1 plus tan square. So this becomes 1 minus tan square A, right? Tan square A by tan square A. Tan square A means tan A whole square. What is tan A? Tan A is opposite by adjacent. So 3x by 4x whole square by 1 plus tan square, which is again 3x by 4x whole square. So what will this become? 1 minus x and x cancels, x and x cancels, 3 square by 4 square, 9 by 16, and here we get 1 plus 9 by 16. Now taking LCM on both sides, into 16 up and down, here also into 16. So what do we get? 16 minus 9 by 16 whole by 16 minus, sorry, plus 9 by 16. So this 16 will cancel. So 16 minus 9 will be 7 by 16 plus 9 is 25. So we got 1 minus tan square by 1 plus tan square as 7 by 25. Now we have to check for cos square minus sin square A. So cos square A is cos A whole square. What is cos A? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So 4x by 5x whole square minus sin A. Sin square A is sin A whole square. So sin A is opposite by hypotenuse. So 3x by 5x whole square. X and x cancels, x and x cancels. We get 4 by 5 whole square, that is 16 by 25 minus 9 by 25. LCM is 25 itself because both are same. So we will get 16 minus 9, which is 7 by 25. So we got this equal to this. So yes, 1 minus tan square A plus 1 by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Alright guys, now the ninth question, they have told there is a right angled triangle ABC, right angled at B, and they have said value of tan A is 1 by root 3, and they have asked us to find this. Now they have given us tan A is 1 by root 3, which means what is the ratio of, what is tan A? Opposite by hypotenuse, opposite by adjacent. A is here, opposite by adjacent. So it will be opposite by adjacent, which means 1x and root 3x. Now using Pythagoras theorem, we have to find this. This will be this square plus this square, that is root 3 square is 3 plus 1 square is 1, 4. So this will become root of 4, that is 2x. So using Pythagoras theorem, you can find this, right? So now that we have found all three sides, we can find this. Now first thing, sin A cos C. What is sin A? Opposite by hypotenuse. So 1x by 2x into cos C. C is here, cos is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So 1x by 2x. Be very careful seeing which angle they are talking about. Here they are talking about angle A, here they are talking about angle C. So this plus, they have said cos A. Cos A is here, cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. So root 3x by 2x into sin C. C is here, sin is opposite by hypotenuse. So again root 3x by 2x. X and x cancels. So we have 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4 plus root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2, root 3 into root 3, 3, 2 into 2, 4, which is equal to, now LCM we don't have to take because both denominators are 4. So 1 plus 3 is, you will get 4 by 4, which is equal to 1. So the answer for this is 1. Now the second thing they have asked us is cos A cos C, right? Now A is over here. What is cos? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent by hypotenuse. So root 3x by 2x into cos C. C is here, cos is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So 1x is adjacent to C, 1x by 2x minus sin A. A is here, sin is opposite by hypotenuse and into sin C. C is here, sin is opposite by hypotenuse. So root 3x by 2x right? X and x and x cancels. Root 3 into 1, root 3, 2 into 2, 4, minus again 1 into root 3, 2 into 2, 4. So we get root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4, which is nothing but 0. Alright guys, the 10th question in your answer exercise 8.1, they have said PQR is a right angle triangle, right angled at Q. They have said PR plus QR equal to 25 and PQ equal to 5. And they have asked us to find sin P, cos P and tan P. Now first, PQ is 5. So PQ is 5 centimeter. Now they have given us PR plus QR is 25. So let's say I take QR as X. If I take QR as X, what will be PR? 25 minus X, right? If I take this as X, this becomes 25 minus X. Now using Pythagoras theorem, I can find the value of X. So we have 5 square plus this square equal to hypotenuse square, right? So plus X square equal to 25 minus X whole square. So 5 square 25 plus X square. And guys, again it is of the form a minus b whole square. Don't write it as 25 square minus x square. It is a minus b whole square formula. So a square, that is 625, plus b square, that is x square, minus 2ab. 2 into 8, 2 into 25, 50 x. Right? Now this x square and this x square cancels. Why? Because when I get plus x square this side, it becomes minus x square. So x square minus x square, 0. Now we get 25 equal to 625 minus 50x. Now this I'll take this side and this I'll transpose this side. So I get minus 50x becomes plus 50x equal to 625. 25 when it comes this side, it becomes minus 25. So 50x equal to 625 minus 25, 600. So x equal to 600 by 50. So 1s are 0 cancels, 1s are 12s are. So x equal to 12. Which means this is equal to 12 centimeter. This will be 25 minus 12, that is 13 centimeter. So now we got all three sides. We can find sin P. Sin P equal to, where is P? I'll mark P. Sin is opposite by hypotenuse. So 12 by 13. Then they have asked us cos P. Cos P is adjacent. P is here, adjacent side is this. Adjacent by hypotenuse, so 5 by 13. And finally, tan P equal to, this is P, tan is opposite by adjacent, right? Opposite by adjacent, that is 12 by 5. So we got sin P, cos P and tan P. Okay guys, these are the 10 questions from your exercise 8.1. The 11th question is just true or false. I'm pretty sure you will be able to answer each and every one of them. So I'm not going to solve the 11th question because it's just true and false. Please make an effort to try and do it yourselves. Alright. So in this module we have learned trigonometric ratios. In the next module we'll learn about special angles.